Hi, welcome to Yoga Basics. My name is Erica. I'm a yoga, mindfulness, and anxiety coach. And today we're going to be exploring Paschimottanasana, or the seated forward fold. So in Sanskrit, Paschima means west or back of the body. Uttana means intense stretch, or it can also mean extended. And Asana means pose or posture. So Paschimottanasana is a wonderful posture to stretch the whole of the back of the body. But because it is such an intense stretch all the way from the heels to the tip of the head practically, it is quite a difficult pose to do to its full range. I'm going to show you what it looks like, and we'll go into modifications from there. So to get into your Paschimottanasana, you're going to start with your legs straight. Your toes are pointed up in a flexed position. Now, what I like to always do is start in a Dandasana, which is a staff pose. You just take your hands to the mat and stretch your arms. Now, once you do that, you really start to lengthen your spine, because that's what you really want to get before you even go into this posture. Open up your chest, but then close your rib cage so that you're not sticking your chest out. So once you're feeling that you're really nice and lengthened in your spine, you're going to take your arms up at either side. And what I always like to do first is, as you breathe out, hinge forward from the base of the spine. So this is not a very big movement. This is just to really start the stretch from the base of the spine and not from the top of the spine, because this is what I usually see happen. What we want to do is to really draw the base of the spine forward first. So hinge right from that base. And then once you've gone as far as you can go, you'll take another deep breath in, and either you'll take your hands down to the mat and stay with a nice flat back, or you will fold forward. So this would be the full expression of the pose. Some people have their hands resting. Many people hold their big toes with peace fingers. But the most important thing is to relax your head down and then close your eyes and just breathe in this posture. So as you can see, it's quite an intense pose if you've got short hamstrings, short calf muscles. If any of these muscles are tight, it's a really tough pose to do. So let's chat about contraindications first. If you have recently had any spinal surgeries or anything that is affecting your spine, like a slipped disc, then it's contraindicated. It's also, if you have abdominal pain, you shouldn't be practicing Paschimottanasana, because you place quite a lot of pressure on your abdomen. So finding out what the abdominal pain is about first would be the first thing that you would do before you practice this asana. Now, if you have got none of the contraindications, what I would recommend is that if you've got very short hamstrings, you do a couple of things. So firstly, you can keep your feet a little bit wider apart. You don't have to have your feet completely together in Paschimottanasana to feel the pose and to do it correctly. I always recommend for people with very tight hamstrings to use a strap. Now, you don't need a yoga strap. You can also use a tie. You can use a belt, anything that's long that you can hold on to. So you're going to take hold of your strap, and you're going to bend your knees and bring them your feet a little bit closer to you. So make it comfortable for you. Then you're going to take your strap and place it around the balls of your feet. So that's where you're going to be in your Paschimottanasana. You're going to take a deep breath in, and you're going to hinge yourself forward. So this is a really great way of practicing Paschimottanasana, where you're still getting a stretch in your hamstrings if your hamstrings are really, really tight. So as you get more limbered, you can start to perhaps stretch your legs all the way and then just bend into your knees. And from here, take a deep breath in, hinge forward, and then possibly fold over. So that's a really wonderful way of practicing Paschimottanasana with very short hamstrings. Another thing that you can do to completely relax in this posture is you can use a block or you can use a bolster underneath your forehead to completely relax. So if you are at a place where your forehead is still quite raised, placing a block between your legs and your forehead just allows you to completely relax. It takes away the tension from your neck and it allows your head to completely relax down. It's a wonderful way of making it a much more restorative practice. You can place 2 blocks on top of each other and have the blocks much higher for you if you want to rest in this posture, but you're finding that you can't go any further down. So those are the modifications for your Paschimottanasana, and I really do recommend that if you do have very tight hamstrings, rather bend your knees first. Use the strap or if you're not at the place of using your strap, if you can bend your knees and grab hold of your toes and you don't need a strap, rather bend your knees instead of stretching your legs and staying here, because then you're not getting that nice stretch in your lower back. If you bend your knees, suddenly you'll have a little bit more space to get a nice stretch in your lower back. So try them out, try the modifications and see if they work for you. Paschimottanasana is such a wonderful grounding practice. It's really, really great to calm the mind, to calm the body down. But obviously, if you are tensing your muscles because it's so sore, it's going to be really difficult to get yourself to a point of relaxation. So use the props, use the modifications, and then you can really feel the essence of the pose. Thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this video and if you'd like to see more of them, please will you do me a favor and subscribe to my channel. That not only helps to support me, that also helps you to not miss any of the videos that I post.